Welcome to another powerful episode on Quiet Empire. I'm your host, Safaa Alam. Today's guest is someone who has redefined what modern retail looks like in Nairobi. Not by being loud, but by being pink, perfect, innovative, and herself. She's the founder of Mamacita, a brand that started online and now has evolved into the most exciting, tech driven beauty concepts in the city through her iconic pink vending machines that we all love. But beyond all the business, she's built something that feels like a movement, something feminine, bold, youth, and full of life. Alex is not just a founder, she's a creator, a visionary, and someone who has quietly shown you that you can build something powerful while embracing softness and identity. So, welcome, Alex. I'm so glad to have you here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I honestly feel so honored and special to be here.
Yes, we've actually been planning this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
It's on
glad
my
we
vision
actually
board.
managed to do this.
Yes, it was on my vision board to be on a podcast. So this
Yeah.
is kind of my vision board coming true.
Yes, vision board checklist.
Yeah, exactly.
So I always like to start my episodes at the beginning because I like to get to know someone's roots. But for you, let's take it back from where you actually are from. You're not originally from Kenya, so take me back. What brought you here first?
Yes, I'm not originally from here. I am actually Mexican.
Yeah.
People kind of identify that as the Mamacita way, right? Mexican Mamacita.
Yes.
Honestly, what brought me here was travel.
Mhm.
And then I found love.
Oh, I love that.
And then I decided to stay.
Yeah.
I saw an opportunity as well for a business.
Mhm.
I built my community and I got to get to know my friends and be part of who I am in this space.
Yeah.
It felt safe, it felt vibrant, it felt new.
Mhm.
So I decided to stay, give it a shot at love, but
Yeah.
also kind of grow up a little bit and get
Mhm.
to know myself outside of Mexico.
Yeah. What were those early days like for you once you came to Kenya?
They were all about discovery. Of
Mhm.
course, I had never been on a safari.
Yeah.
I had never seen a national park within a city.
Mhm.
I had never tasted the local food.
Yeah.
So it was all about discovery for me and seeing how vibrant this place can be and
Yeah.
how friendly the people are.
Yeah. You know, first impressions really leave a mark on us. So I'm curious, what were your first impressions of Nairobi when you came here?
It was a city that has a story to be told.
Mm.
Every corner you turn, there is something new happening.
Yeah.
It feels like it's full of joy and there's so many opportunities here.
Mhm.
It's definitely special. And I feel the people kind of back that up.
Mhm.
They are bright, bold, energetic, full of life, colorful,
Yeah.
loud in a good way.
Mhm.
And I think I just fit right on in.
Yes, you really do. I think you're like perfectly made for Kenya, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You know, the thing is with you, you express yourself so beautifully, and with the community you've built over here, I feel like everybody just knows you and knows your vibe. Like anyone can come talk to you and you're full of energy. I love that.
I agree to that. I think
Yeah.
I'm always keeping a friendly face. I think most people think like my social media personality is different from who I am in real life, but that's never the case.
No, never.
Who you see
Yeah,
me,
I can attest to that.
if you see me online doing silly dances or
Yeah.
laughing, that's also me in real life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just love that decided to make you stay here? Or
It
was there
was.
anything else?
It was love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that you love love. So I think moving to a new place, especially when you're not originally from, there's always a moment where you're trying to find your place, not physically, but also emotionally. Did you ever feel like an outsider while you were building over here?
I think, of course, but not in a bad way,
Mhm.
right? There's always a period of adjustment moving anywhere. Think
Yeah.
about when you were a kid going to school and maybe you shifted schools,
Mhm.
you kind of went into it and adjusted, right? But there's also beauty in that. It teaches you to change with the flow and be able to incorporate yourself in a new way and a new system and be able
Yeah.
to adapt customs that maybe were not true to you before but are becoming new to you now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think, of course, there was an adjustment period, but I love it here.
Yeah. And how did you navigate through all that adjustment? Was it hard for you or did you just go with the flow?
No, I think I just went with the flow. Honestly, I'm a very chill person. I
Yeah.
don't shout or yell or anything like that. So I liked being part of this.
No, I think you do yell. Don't you yell at your dogs or you don't?
Okay, if they're barking too much, then
Yeah,
it's like
then you have
cállate
to.
in Spanish as well.
Oh, wow.
But I think it was an easy flow for me to
Yeah.
be here. It made sense. It was comfortable. I just love it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So initially, when you did come for travels, like you said, did you
Mm.
come with your dogs at that time? Because they are
No.
also a big personality of Mamacita.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're part of you.
They are.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't come with my dogs. I actually got my dogs here.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
one of them was a Christmas present,
Yeah.
and the other one was just a regular present.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Back to moving, what brought you over here? What really helped you find your footing personally and professionally?
I think I have a really good support system.
Mm-hmm.
Both my family and my boyfriend have always kind of given me a podium to stand on
Yeah.
and somewhere to share my voice. So any silly little idea that I thought maybe I could try, they always rooted for me, and it's good to have that backing, you know? It makes you kind of feel fearless against the world.
Exactly.
You're able to step anywhere
Yeah.
and know that you'll have someone backing you up.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found my ground by trying different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. A support system is very important, especially a strong one.
Yeah.
I think what's really powerful about growth is that it's not what you just build on the outside, but it's also who you're becoming on the inside. And sometimes life has a way of constantly stretching us. And whether it's business or even your personal life, for you stepping into new spaces, new ventures, you can't remain the same person you always were.
Mm.
Who did you have to become to build Mamacita today?
I think, like I said, it had to be with my support system.
Mm-hmm.
There's this kind of standard for women, right? In the workplace or even in life.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be this ray of sunshine at home,
Mhm.
but tone it down for business.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to have amazing parents, very modern parents,
Yeah.
who instead of hushing me and telling me to be quiet and be small, they told me, amplify your voice, find a way to make it bigger and better.
Mhm.
So it was never really about changing something about myself. It was actually becoming more true to who I am today. And I think it was just stepping, learning, and going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that you said that because for me as a mother, that's something that I want to always do for my kids. Because look at you, like you said, your parents have always supported you, and that's why, you feel like you're fearless.
Mm.
And that's exactly what I would want for my kids.
Definitely. I think
Yeah.
it's a new way of thinking, like a new way of
Exactly.
parenting.
Yeah. So before the machines, the beautiful pink boxes in the
Yeah.
malls, Mamacita actually started online. And I think that part of your journey is really important because that's where you set your whole foundation and grew your community. What was Mamacita in its earliest forms?
Chaotic.
Yeah.
And without systems.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started as a hobby and it was meant to be something I did on the side to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, I realized no, this is something I'm passionate about. This is something I want to build and grow and see it flourish.
Mm-hmm.
So the early stages started like any other business, trial and error.
Yeah.
And I started testing with clothing. Actually, it was the first thing that I went into.
Oh,
We
okay. I
built-
think I missed that.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
long time ago.
Yeah.
We started as a clothing shop,
Mhm.
as an online clothing shop on Instagram. Then we slowly built our website.
Yeah.
And from the website, we decided to shift the focus to now handbags and accessories.
Mm-hmm.
We settled there for a bit. And then I think what I was truly always passionate about was makeup.
Mm-hmm.
There's this double side to makeup. Of course, it enhances your features and makes you feel beautiful. But I
Yeah.
think there's a second moral to that story, that when a woman applies makeup, she not only looks prettier, but she feels more confident.
Mhm.
And that for me was like the light bulb. I said, this is something I'm passionate about, not only about doing makeup on myself, but seeing other women shine through and be unapologetically themselves.
Yeah.
So we settled on makeup. We started growing it.
Mhm.
I decided about 1 year ago that I was going to take my business seriously.
I love
And
that for you.
thank you. Within 1 year, it started off being just me.
Mhm.
To now we are a team of 5, soon to grow a team of 6 or more.
Oh.
So yeah, this has been the year where we have really skyrocketed and decided, you know, whatever foundations I learned in the beginning, from doing clothes to handbags to shifting my mind to saying I don't want to do it to closing my shop every time I traveled,
Yeah.
to now deciding I want to formalize this business. I want to make money in a good way, and I want to empower other women to do the same.
I love that you said that. Yeah, because I actually remember when I was starting Bougie Babe, I reached out to you for advice.
Yeah.
And you were so open, you were so warm, you spoke to me so well, and you told me quite a lot of things that I'm actually using today.
Oh.
So yeah, you are really empowering women, I must say.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
to hear that. I think for us, helping women has always been at our storefront. Like, we don't sell that information.
Yeah.
If anyone comes into my DMs, I'm happy to answer the question whichever way I can.
Yeah.
I don't hide my bag supplier. I don't hide how to package something. Someone asks me for a recommendation. Do you think this poster looks nice? I'm always open to give feedback.
Yeah.
Because there's this wrong belief that if I suffer, then you must suffer too to find it. And I feel like that's not very sisterhood of us,
Exactly.
Like, I want to make the next step so that is I learned how to do it. How can I teach you and you don't suffer?
Yeah. So you said that you started the business just out as a hobby.
Yes, I
right?
did.
Wow.
It was
That's
something I
lovely.
was doing for fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have this full vision in mind. I think it was very early on in my life, and I thought I was going to go into motherhood and kind of follow that path, which was a different journey that, life takes its turns. And
Yeah.
I decided maybe it wasn't the moment for me at that time. And this year was the year I decided I want to do business and I want to do it the right way.
Exactly. And I love that you said that that's what you want to do and you've put your mind to it and you're going for it.
Exactly.
So I also feel that your content and the Mamacita grew hand in hand. How did Instagram shape your brand identity?
I think social media is such a powerful tool. If you're in business and you're not using it, trust me, you're sleeping on something.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? And I think Instagram has been such a stepping stone for my business because, as we said, we are very transparent with our customers. We like to show the journey.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you see more of our brand, right? We're not just about selling you a product. We're creating a story behind that product and building brand awareness. We're giving you an intention behind the brand, showing you the hard work and the dedication that it takes to get to selling a product. And our Instagram family has really been so close-knit and has supported all of our crazy ideas that it's beautiful to see this sisterhood, this womanhood in on social media. Like, out of all the places, you wouldn't think some of your biggest supporters come from Instagram or online.
Exactly.
But it's true.
And I love the way you do your content creating. I think it's so beautiful. Even when you just came in here, the little snippets you were taking, it's so beautiful to watch. Did that come naturally to you or was that very intentional?
I think I'm a storyteller at heart. I always like to sit at the front of the table in dinner and tell a story.
Yeah.
I get that from my dad. He's the same. And so for me, content creation went hand in hand with that. It was about how to tell a story, not only via my words, but via video or a poster or any sort of design.
Yeah.
It was a new way to tell stories, an interesting, unique way to tell stories. So, of course, over the years, I value education. So I've sharpened my tools, taken some courses and gone online to try and research how I can better my craft.
Yeah.
But I think it's also a little natural. I like to tell stories, and this is my way of sharing my journey.
Yeah. And I've actually seen you post on Instagram the courses you're taking, the late nights you're doing. So there's a lot of work that actually goes behind perfecting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that one day you're an overnight success, but that is a lie. People see the vision, but they don't see the weight behind building such a big vision.
Exactly.
And we like to be transparent. We like to show the journey and say, it's not been an overnight success. I can tell you however many times I've cried at night, thinking and doubting that I've done a mistake.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that you take from this is do it anyways. Even if you're scared, do it with fear. Take that step because it's all about advancing in life, not staying stuck on the idea of what if.
You know, a lot of people think that running an online business is very easy. And to be honest, even that's what I thought, that, you know, it's just posting and selling. But once I got myself into it, you know, there's so much happening behind the scenes. You know, there's managing orders, dealing with customers, sourcing, content, packing, dealing with riders. There's so much that goes behind it. What are your biggest challenges at Mamacita?
I think our biggest challenges right now, but this has come after a long time, is finding the perfect balance between sourcing and betting all your money into one particular item and then not having enough stock of it. But that has come after a long time. I think at the beginning it wasn't that. At the beginning it was mostly how do I reach out to clients? How do I approach them? How do I make myself seem professional but still have my own unique touch to it?
Yeah.
And it's of course you have to go through those small challenges to be able to now get to the bigger questions and see where that takes shift, you know, what courses or what tools do you need and you require to create the next big step. So the biggest challenges for us right now is scaling, growing without killing ourselves. We're just girlies in business and we're trying to do it the right way. But of course we make mistakes.
Of course. Right.
But it's okay. We keep going.
What did these phases teach you about women, customers, and community?
Oh, this is a very interesting question.
Yeah.
For us, I think we keep our customer top of mind. So we always like to refer to our girlie as a Nairobi it girl. Our customer, she's busy. She's got places to be, people to meet.
Yeah.
So slowly we started asking ourselves, how can we bring our products to her rather than having her come to us? And that's when the switch happened. We realized vending machines weren't just a gimmicky thing. Rather, we were bringing beauty in a more affordable, convenient way to our customers. And I think that's what we think about. We think about who is this it girl? Because I know she's busy. I know she's a little sassy, and that's okay too. We love that for her. But how can we help her to achieve the best version of herself?
When I look at Mamacita, I see a very fun and positive brand. But behind every brand, there are some parts that are not always polished. What part of your life right now doesn't look like that?
I think my personal life at the moment kind of put on a pause and kind of being sacrificed, you could say, because we are fulfilling the vision to make our business bigger. And if I'm locked in, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
So at the moment, kind of these family trips or going back to Mexico to visit my family are put on pause.
Yeah.
But I also think that's okay. Everyone goes through different journeys in life.
Yeah.
And there's time for enjoyment and there's time for work. And I think this year is work for us.
Yeah. And I feel like when you work with so much passion, then it doesn't really, you know, hurt that much because you know you're doing it for your future, you're doing it for what drives you, and it motivates you also.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's all about seeing the big picture in the end.
Exactly. So, as for you, there was a shift while building Mamacita from online to taking into something much more physical and something beautiful, the pink, beautiful boxes. What was the exact moment you thought that this needs to be something bigger?
Our aha moment was when we decided it wasn't just about doing things differently, but it was actually closing a gap in the market. In Nairobi at the moment, you have cheap and unreliable or luxury, but very expensive. We wanted to sit right in the middle. We wanted to bring a product to a client that was a quality product, but still fit in that affordability. And at the same time, we kept thinking about our client. Who is she? Who is this busy it girl?
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure that our structure and our business fit her lifestyle as a busy woman. Not only that, it also needed to fit my lifestyle as a woman in business. You see, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, our generation is doing things a little differently. We're here to disrupt the market.
Yeah.
We're not here to do business the traditional way.
Mhm.
There's this old saying in Spanish that I'm going to say it in Spanish.
Sure.
It says, el que tenga tienda, que la tienda. Basically translated means he who has a shop should attend to it. But I think that's such an old way of thinking about business.
Yeah.
We're here to do something different. How do I make my business scalable, be able to grow, and it fit into my lifestyle? That was the main question.
This is very inspiring to me right now. I'm literally taking it all in. I love it, but you explained that very well,
Thank you.
honestly. So, did people understand the vision at first? Because someone like me, when I saw it, I was like, whoa, this is the first of a kind. Like, I was so excited. And not only me, my little girl who's 6 years old, she was as excited as me. We have to go for this launch. We have to see it today. But did other people also understand the vision at first?
I think our consumer definitely understood the vision.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we built a very strong community on our social media and we're very transparent.
Yeah.
It came down to trust.
Mhm.
And when we asked ourselves, how do we make our client trust the machine? I took a pause. I breathed in and out and I said, wait a minute. It's never about making a client trust a machine. It's how do I make my client feel extra special today? And that's what we created with the vending machines. It's an experience. We bring affordability, we bring consistency, and we bring storytelling, all through a perfectly curated experience. I
Yeah.
think when you first try it, you realize that it's something new, something different.
Mhm.
And you don't just buy once, you keep coming back for more and more.
Yeah.
That's when you realize it's working.
Mhm.
Because trust isn't built on a one-time simple purchase. Trust is built on a consistency of good experience.
You know, whenever you start something new, there's always a fear. Will it work out? Will people like it? You know, what if this happens? What were your fears when you first started the vending machines?
I will tell you about our biggest struggle and our biggest fear, I think, is still today placement. Placement logistics has been such a headache.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to bring my vending machines and people were going to go wild for it. And in reality, it was not the case. The malls are very strict in their own rules and their own ways. So getting them to understand the vision was a little complicated, I won't lie. And we had bet all our money, imagine, flashback about 1 year back. And we spent our entire business savings on purchasing 2 vending machines, knowing that the vending machine business isn't yet true to nature in the Kenyan market. So we bet it all. We said it's now or never. And in business, it has to be that way.
Yeah.
Better learn
You have
from
to
your
take the leap.
mistakes.
Yeah.
And we bet all our money. We got 2 machines in and we had nowhere to place them. And when I say nowhere, I mean I would spend nights crying. I would call, have meetings, send emails, visit in person, over 30 malls in a day. I'm not joking. I hustled.
Yeah.
But I knew that this vision was going to succeed no matter what. I had put so much work, so much effort into it, and I was not willing to let it go without a fight. So, like I said, sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of yourself to be able to take the next step. And for me, maybe that was a bit of my personal life, but I'm here to make it succeed. And I know tomorrow it's going to be even bigger, even better, and pinkier.
Of course. And your full audience loves it.
Oh.
Everyone, I think, when I came for the launch, I was literally a few minutes late and it was still full. And all the things that you were giving out was already given. And I was like, whoa, did I miss the time? What happened?
Yeah, the launch was a big success.
Yes,
I think
everyone came through for that.
we've always managed to make a splash. That's always been true to heart, to who we are. We want to do things differently.
Yeah.
So for us, not only having it be a vending machine, but also our storytelling behind it and the emotion we built for it. I think it conveys and transports our audience into this pink world.
Yes, it honestly does, because for me, I feel that way also.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think Mamacita would exist today without the online shop first?
No, not at all. But I can even tell you, Mamacita today wouldn't exist with 13-year-old me, or I think I was even 12-year-old me, in my parents' home thinking I was going to be a baker.
Oh.
And opening a little bakery and seeing how to sell cupcakes.
Yeah.
I think every lesson is learned at a particular moment in life that teaches you something. Sometimes when you're going through it, it's hard to think back and say, why are all these doors shut? But today I realize that the doors open at the perfect time that they're supposed to open. I wouldn't have been able to open my second machine had I not learned everything that I did from the first one. But when I was opening the first one, I didn't even realize that. I just said, why won't these malls let me in,
Yeah.
And I know now why. It's taken so much courage, so much work, late nights, countless, no sleeping, so much. Like the struggle is there, the hustle is there. But I think every opportunity in life and every small thing in life, whether it's opening a bakery and then deciding, no, you're going to sell clothes, and then deciding, actually, no, I'm going to sell handbags, and moving on to the next and the next. It's what makes you who you are today in your business.
Exactly.
It's what makes you think differently about the way you do business. And that's very important.
Yeah, very important. I actually remember when you were going to the malls, I think you'd even posted it. There was some malls that rejected you, and you were also very frustrated at that time, I would say.
Very.
Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, who would reject this? If I had them all, I'd be like, bring it right now.
So believe it or not, we kind of had our little aha moment
Oh,
because
yeah.
we had one of the I won't name names, but we
Okay.
had one of the biggest malls here in Nairobi call us back and say, "Hey, why have you never pitched to our malls?" We
Wow,
went
I
into
love
yeah,
that.
we went into the office and said, "Actually, we have emails, phone calls. I have a video from the time I came to the mall and I was shut the door in my face."
Wow.
But like I said, it's all about learning from those stepping stones, right? I would have
Exactly.
never been able to tell them all, look at the digital footprint that we have, look at our audience, look at the insights that we bring to them all without having opened the first one.
So, because you have experienced online and now physical shop, I wouldn't say physical shop, but a physical location, what is the biggest difference between selling at both?
I think they each come with its own challenges, of course. Right now, currently, it's me and Tracy, my partner, who hold this online shop together. It's just the two of us, two girlies in business. So right now, I would say that the makeup shop is directly affected by how we move and how we act. Whereas the makeup boxes, they are a standalone project, right?
Yeah.
Whether I'm there or not there, it still functions and still sells. We've positioned the makeup box as a unique experience. So it's not so dependent on me. And I quite like that about the makeup boxes.
Yeah. One thing that stands out the most about Mamacita is that it fully embraces femininity. It feels like a full pink moment. Was the pink bold aesthetic intentional from day one?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Let me answer this with a little bit food for thought.
Okay.
We were recently at a women's work panel, women in business panel. And one of the main questions given to the panelists and a topic of conversation was, how do you keep a good work-life balance? And it's funny, we never really ask these questions to men, do we?
Very true.
So it kind of became this thing for me to think about, how is me implementing my femininity and also kind of leaning on this pink side of life beneficial to my brand, where in most business scenarios, women are told to fit into this gray side and gray suit of business, very professional, very quiet, very strict.
Yeah.
I think that's where we as women have it wrong. We're not meant to fit into this old way of thinking or into this existing system. We're here to create our own. So for me, of course, it had to do with aesthetics. I love the color pink, but it kind of became a strategy for my brand because it builds connection, emotion, and confidence to be super entwined in this pink world where it's not only me, but my customers don't just see it, they feel it.
Yes.
It becomes part of them. And in today's world, we want to make that shift. If there's any women in business, I would love to shout at them, don't put aside your femininity. It's not about you making yourself less. It's not a weakness. It's actually a superpower. Use it to stand out.
Yeah, that's very true. Why do we have to tone down ourselves when we can be bold and beautiful? Yeah.
Exactly.
I actually remember there was a moment that someone told me that, you should tone down your aesthetics and people will take you more seriously. Because even when I started this podcast, I gave it, like, I really showed what I love. And I love dressing up. I love doing my hair. I love doing my makeup. I mean, even sometimes when I'm just at home, when the only thing I have to do is to pick or drop the kids from school, I will still have a full face of makeup on
Slay.
because I do that. I love it. I feel good. So why should I tone down myself for you? Who are you?
Exactly. And I think maybe if you look back, you realized that being exactly who you are has brought you to a new path. You've kind of
Exactly.
carved a new way
Yeah.
to your own podcast. Like that is congratulations. That
Thank
is amazing. And also running a shop and also being a mother.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring to see.
Thank you. Have you ever been told to tone down your aesthetic?
Absolutely. So many times, but I refuse.
I love that. And yes, you should.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think like it comes back again like to my father. He was always telling me to be loud and be unapologetically myself.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Let me let you in on a little secret. I genuinely think that business opportunities in Kenya are not made to fall under a traditional path to do what everyone else is doing. The real opportunity is carving your own path and doing your own thing to the next big thing.
That's very true. And business opportunities in Nairobi are endless.
And
Like, I feel like you can go out right now and literally sell anything and make money out of it. It's just the way you're selling it.
yes.
Yeah.
I think the people of Nairobi, they're hustlers,
Exactly.
You move, you are alive, you gotta do something. You don't stick to just a routine and let it be. So we see a lot of women entrepreneurs here. We see a lot of women in business doing things differently and making us stand out. And honestly, I gotta say, I admire Nairobi for that. I admire all of Kenya for that. To see so many powerful women taking a step and saying, "I'm doing this my own way." It's good to be part of it.
Exactly. Like, do you think that being soft is underestimated? And what I mean is that you can be soft and powerful,
Yes.
but there's some people who think that it doesn't really make you powerful. Like, it makes you the opposite. Do you think that way?
No, I disagree. I think what makes a woman or a man powerful is being authentically themselves. So think of a leopard, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't growl and run fast after its prey the minute it sees it. It's slow and steady.
Yeah.
And it hunts slowly.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of power in that.
And beauty.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So I think being part of a slow rise to fame or being, hunting your prey down, so to speak, it's very powerful. It's a different way of doing things. And if that's the way you are, go forth with it.
Perfect. So let's zoom out of that now and talk about reality and challenges. What are the biggest logistic challenges of running a vending machine in Kenya? Something that people wouldn't even think about.
So this one is kind of unique. Our current biggest challenge is actually the payment system. Our machine is working. I won't get too technical about it, but basically you have the machine, which has its own system, and then you have a VPOS, which is kind of like your transaction device. You pay with card or M-Pesa. Currently, because of the vending machine business being so new in Kenya, it kind of doesn't work how it should work most of the time. But the takeaway from this is we haven't let that stop us.
Yeah.
We're working with developers, we're working with coders, we're working to try and figure out a solution around it.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's not exactly as it should be. But had I waited until everything was perfect, I would have never launched the second machine. I would have been stuck thinking about how to launch the first one.
Yeah.
So for us, it was just go forward. You're gonna figure it out along the way. Even if the payment system isn't working exactly as it should, find a workaround around it.
Yeah.
So
Because the moment you keep doubts in your head, it's always one doubt after another, then they don't stop flowing in.
that's true.
Yeah. How do you deal with power issues, maintenance, and security? Because let's be honest, that's very real over here.
Right. So power and security hasn't been one of our struggles, to be honest.
Touch wood.
I know. I think we have found good partners in our malls, the people we are working with, and they hold really high standards to keep the mall a safe place and
Yeah.
keep the power running throughout. So for us, really, power and security hasn't been such an issue. It's mostly the payment system.
Yeah. What would you say has been the most difficult moment in this journey? Something people don't know about?
The most difficult part of the journey, I think, has been learning myself how to draw the line between business and what I know is business and what I'm just passionate about.
Okay.
So there's a lot of projects that I want to do and so many products I want to stock and so many things that I adore.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put it into business, into actual numbers and analyze the data, maybe that's not the most responsible way to go about it. So learning to pause, breathe, and kind of make myself think like a CEO,
Mhm.
scrutinize my answers and put it into ChatGPT and have it help me come figure out a way that makes
Yeah.
more sense for my business. And it's not just because I like it.
Yeah.
So I think that's where a big struggle has come in to kind of make that differentiation that it's not just out of love and out of something girly that I like, but it's actually making sense for the business.
You know what I would tell you
Mm.
is put it on your vision board because clearly, clearly those things are coming to you.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like almost what? Almost, I would say 6/10 of the way through
I
with
love that for
everything on
you.
my vision board. And when I made it, I was so conscious about those dreams.
Yeah.
I had them at the top of my head. I knew I needed to get them there.
Yeah.
And so funny, I was telling my father recently, we traveled to China to meet with some of our suppliers and some of our manufacturers. He had come with me to help me out. And
I
China,
saw that. That must have been such a lovely trip.
it was an amazing trip.
Yeah.
My dad decided to come along with me, and he
Oh.
was with me in China helping me.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, like, I can't believe this was on my vision board. I thought maybe end of this year, next year, I would plan for it. And
Yeah.
it just kind of came true like that. And you know, he turned around, looked at me in the face, and told me, "Baby, I think you gotta dream bigger dreams."
Yes.
And it made a lasting impression.
That's beautiful. That's lovely. So, you know, whenever you're passionate about something, no matter how passionate you are when you're building, sometimes when you have setbacks, it kind of demotivates you. Was there ever a moment you thought this is too much and you wanted to pull through?
Oh my God, so many times.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we first brought our machines and had literally nowhere to place them, I had nights where I cried and I said, I can't believe I've built so much pressure on myself to make this succeed. And it's not coming out how I want it. It's frustrating. It's disheartening. It's so hard to see something that is so powerful in your head and in your vision not become true. But I think the takeaway from it is things are always gonna go not according to plan.
Of course.
If
That's life.
anything,
Yeah.
if anything, think about the 1,000 scenarios and the 1,001 is gonna come true.
Yeah.
So take it with a pinch of salt, you know, laugh about it, move on, find the solution. There's no point in dwelling on it and thinking, oh my God, I'm never gonna succeed from this, because it just spirals you into this unmotivated self that isn't gonna accomplish anything.
Of course.
And I tell you honestly, the only difference between me and someone else who wanted to set up a makeup vending machine idea was that theirs stayed in an idea shape and I took the first step.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only difference,
Exactly.
literally.
Yeah.
So take the first step. Do it with fear. It's
Yes.
just do it.
Exactly. You serve such a wide range of women in Nairobi, and I'd say even young girls too, because of my girls. But today I want to talk about the Nairobi it woman, like you were
Oh.
saying. I feel like she's constantly evolving, and now I think she moves different. Even how she shops is different. Have you seen her buying behavior change over the years?
Absolutely. I think the consumer today is more understanding of how far her shilling will get her.
Mm-hmm.
Nairobi women, we work hard.
Mm.
So we know that every shilling well earned has to be a shilling well spent.
Yes.
And in today's day and age, you want something that you value, right?
Mhm.
It's not just, you're not just looking for a cheap thing.
Yeah.
You want something that's going to bring you confidence. You want something that's going to last you, something that is high quality.
Yeah.
And that's where we started in our business making different changes because we realized, of course, price is always going to be a selling point. But if the quality is not there, you have nothing to match it up.
Exactly.
And we come back down to thinking, how do I make my client, how do I make my customer feel extra special today? You can't deliver a bad product.
Yeah.
How do you go above and beyond to deliver above their expectations and bring them something they didn't thought they needed?
Yeah.
And if you're a business owner yourself, one recommendation I would give you is literally harvest that data like there is no tomorrow. Use all the tools that you can, Google Sheets, Shopify, whatever it is that you can do, write it down on a piece of paper. That information becomes so valuable to your company because you get to understand your customer in a different perspective. It's not just knowing her age and her ethnicity and if she works or is a student. No, they teach you that in school. We're here to teach you something different. Get to know her pain points. Get to know what makes her ick, shout, yell, scream, all of it. Because that's where you realize it's not about making a sale, but about making your customer feel beautiful that day.
Yeah. I love that. And I could attest to that because when I get something from Mamacita, just the package, the literally this package, the way it's packed, the way it smells is just something that instantly lifts your mood up. And there's actually something that I did from Bougie Babe that you do at Mamacita, and that's spraying the tissue, right? I spray the bag.
Yeah.
And whenever someone comes back and tells me that, oh, I love the scent, I'm like, I always think of you. I'm like, oh, Mamacita.
Oh, thank you. That was actually a tip from my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she said that whenever she went shopping, we used to live in the US a long time back near this shop that was very fancy.
Yeah.
And every time she went shopping, they would spray perfume on the bags
Yeah.
and the tissue. So she told me, that feeling she's always remembered. She
Yeah.
cannot even remember what dress or shoe or item she got from that store,
Yeah.
but she remembers the
The
feeling.
feeling, exactly.
And that is when you realize you've locked onto something special.
Yeah.
It's no longer about selling a client XYZ product.
Mm-hmm.
You're selling them the experience and the
Yeah.
feeling that they get.
I think what's really interesting about what you've built is that you're not just observing. And like you said, it's data. You keep all the data in mind, and data never lies. What has data taught you that has surprised you the most?
Something that has really surprised me is that customers in Nairobi, or I will say in all Kenya, have a very particular way of buying.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to call them the test buyers.
Yeah.
The first time they come, they will buy one product only, only one.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go home, test it out, see if they like it.
Yeah.
Then you'll find them come back the next day and buy 10 items in one go.
That is so true. That is very true.
So for me, that has been really nourished into my business.
Yeah.
Even if I lose money on the
Mhm.
packaging, because let's say they only bought one entry level product at a very affordable price tag, I'm not making a lot of money on that. I'm not making a lot of profit on that. The packaging outweighs the product and there goes the profit.
Yeah.
But I will sacrifice my packaging. I will sacrifice losing money on that first sale because I realize that Nairobi people or Kenyan people are testers. They like to buy first.
And they're coming back.
And then they're coming back.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, if you've ever bought once with me, you've remembered it and will come back again.
And again.
And again.
Yes.
And again and again.
You know, when I look at Mamacita, I feel like this is just the beginning for you. Do you see automated retail replacing traditional retail or complementing it?
Definitely not replacing. Kenya has a very, very good mall structure, I will say. It's like a fun day out with your family. People like to go, browse around, look around, spend the day. So vending machines are a complement to it. We're not looking to replace it and remove it from the equation. We think we complement the retail space and bring a new experience to customers, a different thing in the market.
So what's next for Mamacita? Because like I said, this is just the beginning.
Absolutely. I think what's something that's very exciting to me is that the idea and the vision keeps shifting. And it's in this, I don't know how to say it other than it's a metaphor like of this ball of light. And it's exploding or about to explode. It's huge. And recently when I traveled to China, I realized that it wasn't just about bringing more machines and more product. I felt very strong about the fact that I needed to leave a legacy behind. I want to build something that other women have looked up to.
Yeah.
So something that has been super consistent through our social media has been women coming to us and asking us, how did you do it? How do you do this? Give me tips.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of left a lasting impression on me. And I believe that the next step for Mamacita is being able to bring women along on this journey and teach them a way of how we do things.
Yeah.
How did we become successful so that tomorrow another person can be successful?
Exactly.
So there's something new in the making.
Ooh.
It's coming, not yet
Yay.
announced.
I can't wait to hear.
But we're very excited about it and just know that it aligns perfectly with our vision. It's about how do I uplift another woman? Because I know the legacy is not left behind by just selling products. That's not the end goal of our business. I want to empower other women to do the same. So how do I do that? That is the next step.
I'm really excited for that. I can't wait.
Thank you.
So for Mamacita, do you think beyond Kenya?
I think at the moment, my eyes are set in Kenya. It's hard to try and think abroad because, again, I think this is where the imposter syndrome comes in, right? Okay. But what my dad said about dreaming bigger dreams, I think we should, right? Yeah. Why not? Why am I doubting moving anywhere else? Because we've gotten people ask from Tanzania.
Wow.
We've gotten people asked in Dubai about opening the same sort of business model there. And we're not opposed to it. I think at the moment we're a bit early, but who am I to judge if my vision board is halfway there? Like, why not know. Next year?
Exactly. So I want to talk now a little bit more about you as a person. Beyond the business, I'm always curious about the woman behind it all. Do you ever feel the pressure to always show up as this fun, high energy version of yourself?
Yes, of course, but not in a bad way. I think it's very authentic to who I am. I am very loud, very pink, very social. So for me, it's never been about, oh my God, I need to show up again.
Yeah.
It's about, oh, what outfit can I buy now to show up like exactly the way I want to show up?
I love that. Exactly. That's because you're being very authentic on camera and off camera.
Yeah.
But tell us, what does your off camera life look like?
It's very boring, built into Excel sheets. A lot of studying, a lot of classwork. I'm a true believer that the more you educate yourself and the more you sharpen your tools, the better you'll become at your craft. So a lot of schoolwork, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's also some softer sides of me. I love to read. I'm an avid reader. I just have not had the time, but I can go through 11 books in 1 month. I love romance books, especially. But I think at the moment, like I said, we're very focused on our business. We're not so much looking at the soft life right now. And that is okay. I've made peace with dedicating a full year of my life to fully committing to my business. And if this is what it looks like, I'm happy with it. I want to see the outcome.
Exactly. So when life gets tough for you and you have these moments of, I would say, doubt, what keeps you grounded through everything?
My support system. And slowly it has been building to more and more people every day. Like Tracy is very
Yeah.
important to me right now.
Aw.
She's a big support system to me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be here without her.
Yeah. It's very important to acknowledge everyone that's helping us around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From family members to
Exactly.
friends, just having a good support system.
Yeah.
Even my dogs.
I was going to say, don't forget your dogs.
No, even my dogs, they're a huge part of me.
Yeah.
They're a huge part of my support system. I know that if I ever need help, I can count on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to surround yourself with these people, right? Maybe you weren't lucky enough to have a family that was set out like this. Okay, make relationships and friends with people who are there to support you, and you'll be surprised how many people are willing to give that.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to have that unique type of friendship and support and help you out when you're feeling down. Because if there's one thing I've realized in business is you're not meant to do it alone.
Yeah.
Doing it alone will get you only to your capacity. Bringing on a team and bringing on different people lets you build higher than you ever imagined.
Exactly.
So you'll realize that maybe you're not the best at doing something. Maybe somebody else has a better way of doing it.
Right.
So how do you bring that person onto your team to better everyone as a whole? So,
Yeah. Speaking about your little dogs, I remember there was a time one of them was very unwell.
Yeah.
And you had to travel with them, and that literally took so much mental load on you.
It did.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the hardest times in my life ever. So unfortunately, Chiara, she's diagnosed with a very complicated disease called hydrocephalus. And Chiari, it basically means that there's extra fluid in her brain. And she's okay now. She's been put on medications, so she's stable.
Yeah.
But that dog is my soul dog.
Aw.
So when she's happy, I'm happy. When she's sad, I'm sad. And it has been really tough to navigate that with her.
Yeah, we could see that online because you were posting about it. And I feel like also about your content, these are the things a lot of people don't post about. But these are the things people actually go through. Like I have a little cat and I love my cat. In fact, when I was doing the Quiet Empire shoot, I even brought my cat here.
Oh,
And I just can't even imagine if something were to happen to this little cat
yeah.
that people think is just a cat, but is literally my world. You know, it would be really heartbreaking. And this is what people don't post about.
They don't.
Yeah.
I think there's this fear that if you post that, then people won't buy or people won't trust your business.
Yeah.
But the more we are human,
exactly. Yeah. And we show authenticity.
yeah,
Yeah.
the more people connect.
Exactly.
So for me, Chiara is a big part of me.
Mm-hmm.
Even Pia, my little other girl, she's a little naughty one, but
Yeah.
Chiara is my soul dog. And I think having her be my support system and having her be next to me has been like nothing I could ever explain in this life. I don't have children, but I think of her as my child. And I was talking to my aunt recently, and she had told me that, you know, maybe Chiara was put on this earth to show me something. And taking such extreme lengths to take care of my dog has taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, I know motherhood is different. You can probably attest to that.
Yeah.
But you would do anything for your child, sacrifice anything for your child.
Yeah.
I think I was a very selfish person, or I still am a little bit. So Chiara has taught me to be a little less selfish. You know, think about others first.
Yeah.
And maybe she was put on this earth to give me a lesson.
So for this season of your life, what does success look like to you right now?
Success looks like expansion. It looks like growth. It looks like education and building my systems and my team even more. I'm very focused on growing my business. I'm exactly in that stage of my life and of my business where I've decided I'm going to go head first and not look back.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's really looking like expansion.
Yeah.
And being a little disruptive in the way we do things. Like I said, I'm not one to follow tradition.
Yeah.
So doing it our own way.
I feel like Mamacita is on a mission to get this business fully blown this year.
Yes.
So, for a little girl who's watching from the audience, what would be your message to her?
I would tell her that believing in princesses and believing that pink is a superpower is not a mistake. That no matter what others try to tell her, if she attaches herself to this identity and wants to continue further in life by being this sparkly self, I would say continue.
Yeah.
There are rainbows ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be honest as well and say it's not all the time going to be beautiful. But if you have rose colored glasses on, you're always going to find a little shimmer of pink everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So don't stop.
I love that. You live like in such a fairy tale land, but you're also real to yourself with the realities of life. And I love that, honestly.
Thank you.
So now that we near the end of the episode, I wanted to have a little rapid fire with you. Okay, so just short answers.
Okay, I'm ready.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Full glam or soft glam?
Full glam.
Yeah. Now this one might be hard for you. Lip gloss or lipstick?
Lip gloss.
Okay, that was fast.
Yeah.
One product in your machine you can't live without.
Lip gloss again.
Love that. Most unexpected bestseller?
Lip gloss again?
Yeah.
I think we're lip gloss girlies over here.
Definitely. Designer bag or really good dupe?
Designer. If you have the means for it. If not, dupe works just as well.
Hair done or nails done?
Nails.
Manifesting or planning?
Planning.
Something people assume about you that's not true.
That I'm mean.
Who would assume that?
I don't know.
Don't assume that. Your dream city to expand Mamacita.
Tanzania next.
I love that. And I really hope that comes true. So thank you so much for being here, Alex. I really enjoyed this episode, and you've really shown us that you can build something beautiful and powerful, yet stay soft and feminine.
Oh, thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me. I think I've looked up to you
Oh,
for so long.
thank you.
So it really makes me think this is a full 360, you know,
Yeah.
from seeing you interview others in your podcast to finally being here.
Yeah.
I think from one woman to another, I
Yeah.
truly appreciate what you're building as well.
Thank you so much. And you definitely do fit in the whole quiet empire thing because you are building and you've built so much quietly, so much that the world hasn't seen, yet you're doing it so powerfully.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
ready to set fire to it.
Yes,
Make it
and
even
you
more
should.
pink.
And you should, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Quiet Empire. Trust the quiet work, it's building more than you think.